In this video, I'm going to tell you about the synopsis of Extraordinary Attorney Wu Episode 5, Wildcard vs. Tactician. Episode 5 of Extraordinary Attorney Wu starts with a big board meeting for a revolutionary ADM machine. Followed by Ilhwa ADM, the idea here is to cut out amusement and financial crime. Essentially, this serves as a haunted cassette, but it's already being used. The test has actually been developed by a rival company called Kyokang ATM. Believing that this to be the work of an historic and infringement, Hwang Duyong pitch falls apart and he's not happy. Not only that, but Kumkang had already put his out on the market and they're cheaper too. This case goes all the way to Hanabada law firm, where it turns out attorney Kwon Mi-woo and his Young-woo are going to be in charge of this. Min-woo hands over a whole stack of paper for his college sea rival to sift through and immediately brings Young-woo along for a meeting at 2 p.m. completely underprepared. In the meeting, Young-woo doesn't make a good impression while Min-woo immediately warms to the entrepreneur Do-young as they discuss where they serve in a military and the details of what this cassette is. These are details that Young-woo can compete with it, and it soon becomes clear why she's getting a hard time. It turns out that Min-woo sees her as a competition and given they're on a one-year contract. He wants to get an upper hand over her and be accepted into the law firm at her expense. At court that day, the plagiarism case goes ahead, but there are doubts over the validity of this case, especially given the weights used in the cassettes are different for each company. Right now, there's not enough for the judge to go on either way, so he decided to set a later date for the next hearing. That night, Junho and Minwoo end up playing basketball together, but Junho overhears Minwoo badmouthing Jungwoo on the phone. Not only did he claim that she has a handicap, he also mentioned how he has to shoulder all the responsibility himself. Given Minwoo isn't playing fair, Junho ends up being rough with him on the basketball court. Junho learns from Youngwoo that she has a hard time determining who is being deceptive or real. For her, she has to work super hard to try and pretend who is trying to play her, but sometimes she forgets that she perceives her to be gullible. It's really touching chat and something that Youngwoo then takes with her through the rest of the episode, trying to work out if Ilhwa are lying to them or not. Given Manager Bear has all the nervous tics of lying and being deceptive, including rubbing his thighs and the tip of his nose, Youngwoo ends up coaching him on how to act in court. This seems to work a little too well, as Bear robotically answers the question and ends up much more confident and then breaks down crying. He talks about the blood, sweat, and tears the company put into this and gives a big show for the courtroom, given the guy has a history of treason. Young-woo continues to have doubts over the validity of the story and who is in the case is telling the truth. The next day, Young-woo receives a letter from the CEO Kim Kang. She tries to find Myung-suk, but his office is empty. So naturally, the only solution here is to turn toward Min-woo. Together, they read the letter. Within this, the CEO confirms that the technology was developed by an American company and was made public at the exhibition. Both Kim Kang and Ihwa took it to make products. However, Ihwa ADM submitted for model utility rights because they wanted to monopolize the industry. If the ban on production and sales is prolonged thanks to the injunction, it would put them out of business and Iwa would monopolizing the marketplace. The CEO wants Youngwoo to be honest in court and act with integrity about what's happening. Minwoo brings up the coaching and Youngwoo's own ethics, calling her a tactician and throwing doubts over the validity of this letter. Now, the real wild card in all this is a Little ADM's cassette. Little went out of business a year earlier. Iconic, ironic really given their company name, and it turned out Iwa ADM are actually at fault here. As we soon see from an on-site verification soon after, Iwa stole this idea from Little ADM. meaning Kumkang get the rights and the court case is dropped. However, the damage is already done. Do-young has already signed numerous contracts with the bank, so despite losing this battle, Iwa has actually won the war. But for Yongbu, she's not happy about being the wrong side of the law this time. Yongbu feels responsible for having Iwa aptly apply for model utility rights and filing for the injunction. As a result of this, Yongbu puts the letter received from Kumkang up on the wall, a reminder of the very deception she was a part of. The final theme of the episode shifts across the Tesla law firm, where the rumors are abound that the CEO actually had a child of the wedlock. Could this be Woo Young Woo? That's it for the video. Bye!